Hey, it's Hannah. So you want money? Let's talk about it. In this video, we're going over, in my opinion, what are the 5 biggest money moves you can make in your late teens, early 20s, or just when you're young, 20s, 30s, whatever. I just want to preface this video with why this topic is so important to me. I grew up without a financial security net, and it caused a lot of anxiety on my end, and for a long time, it messed up my relationship with money. So this video is for everybody, but especially those people who are building their financial foundation from the ground up by themselves. Building a strong financial foundation is not only important for your personal financial independence, but it also can open a lot of doors for you and save you from stress down the line. So let's get into it. Number 1 might not be applicable to everybody watching this video, but it's directly related to the most important financial decision I've made thus far in my life, so I have to talk about it. The first and hugely impactful money move is attending a college that you can afford. Now I'm trying to separate myself from my college videos, but what this means is doing research and understanding what colleges offer the appropriate financial aid or merit packages that are applicable to you, and using that knowledge to make the cost of your post-secondary education as small as possible. Having student debt will delay milestones for you outside of college, milestones like owning a home, starting a family, or saving for retirement. It can also make life more stressful, reduce your amount of disposable income, and limit your career choices because of the pressure you're going to feel to pay back those loans. If your family makes under $100,000 per year, you're probably eligible for a lot of financial aid at great universities. And if you have above a 3.5 GPA, you're probably eligible for a lot of merit scholarships. For most people responsible for paying for college on their own, they're going to get most of their need met through merit or financial aid offered through the university they're choosing or potentially choosing to attend. But there's also aid outside of that institution. This is usually in the form of scholarships. Now, there are a lot of websites out there like scholarships.com, bold.com, whatever, that have thousands and thousands and thousands of different scholarships you can apply for pretty easily online. However, I'm not a huge fan of these. I honestly think like half of them are scams just to get you to sign up for things. It's just what it seems. And the odds that you're going to win any of those are really low. So when it comes to looking for scholarships, I so strongly recommend looking for scholarships from the federal government, your state government, and your local community. From the federal government, this is usually Pell Grants. Many state governments offer grants to students who are within certain income brackets or do so well on state standardized testing in high school. And there are usually more scholarships than you think available in your local community. Banks, credit unions, companies, organizations, a lot of places offer scholarships that they want to give to students living in their area, in their community. I applied so many scholarships in colleges, and the best ones were absolutely ones that I got from my local community. They were usually the biggest, they were usually renewable, and I had a special connection to them. Number 2 is absolutely applicable to everybody. Open a Roth IRA. Please, for the love of God, open a Roth IRA. Do it right now. If you do anything from this video, open a Roth IRA. A Roth IRA is an individual retirement account that lets you grow your post-tax income tax-free. Unlike a traditional IRA, withdrawals from a Roth IRA are tax-free during retirement, meaning all the interest it earns over decades, which can be tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars, can be withdrawn tax-free during retirement. This is super awesome, especially for young people who expect to be in a higher income bracket in the future, because we can take advantage of that tax-free growth. Opening a Roth IRA is incredibly simple and can be done through a lot of different financial institutions. I personally opened mine through Fidelity, and I've had a positive experience. All you have to do is open the account, deposit funds, and then invest those in some way. If you're looking for a simple investment to start out with, you should look into either a S&P 500 index fund or a target date fund. An S&P index fund just kind of follows the S&P 500 index in the market and grows alongside with it, and that's a pretty reliable index. Whereas a target date fund tries to optimize growth with an end date in mind. So for most people at 20 right now, opening a retirement account, you would look at target date funds for like 2070, as in the year 2070. While the amount you can contribute technically depends on your income, most people can contribute the maximum amount, which for 2023 is $6,500 a year. Even if you're not maxing it out, putting any money in it in your early 20s will earn you tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars down the line due to the power of compound interest. Speaking of investing, the third money move for you to make right now is opening an individual investment account. Even if you're not trying to go like full finance bro right now, it's still good to start learning about investing. Starting an individual investment account involves opening a brokerage account with a financial institution. In this account, you can deposit funds and buy and sell various types of investments, stocks, bonds, index funds, ETFs, stocks, whatever. These accounts offer flexibility and allow you to create a diversified portfolio that aligns with your goals and the level of risk that you want. By opening an account and learning about the investment market, you can grow your wealth over time due to capital appreciations, interest, dividends, whatever, which is literally how the rich people do it. Fair warning before you get super into day trading or anything, if you have those stocks or investments for less than a year and you sell them, you're gonna have to pay higher taxes on them, so just keep that in mind. Number 4 is literally so easy and so smart, please do it. And that is opening a high yield savings account. A high yield savings account offers way better savings rates than traditional savings account. My old savings account that I had when I was like a teenager earned 0.02% interest, which was literal cents a year. High yield savings accounts offer much higher rates, usually between like 1 and 4%, allowing your money to grow in a safe and accessible place. High yield savings accounts are really great places to store emergency funds or funds for things you're saving up for. With inflation being as high as it is, keeping your money in cash, in your mattress, or in a traditional savings account is basically the same as throwing it away. It's losing a lot of value. Is a high yield savings account going to keep up with inflation? Probably not. It's going to do a lot better than the alternative. There are so many different places you could open a high yield savings account. There's Marcus by Goldman Sachs, SoFi. I personally have a Capital One 360 savings account that currently earns me 3.5% interest annually. But a lot of high yield savings accounts are offering as high as like 4, even close to 5% right now. If you put $5,000 into a high yield savings account with a savings rate of 4%, you're going to earn an extra $200 annually just by leaving it there. That's a pretty easy win, right? Speaking of wins, number 5 on the list of money moves you need to make is developing your credit score. A good credit score is crucial because it demonstrates your reliability basically to lenders, landlords, potential employers, whatever. It increases your ability to secure loans, qualify for credit cards, and receive favorable interest rates, which may not be important to you right now, but they will be one day. Having a good credit score can absolutely save you money in the long run. It can help you qualify for lower interest rates, better insurance or rental options, and there's really just no reason you shouldn't be developing your credit score. I developed my credit score through credit cards. A lot of people are scared of credit cards, and I know there's some stigmas, but using credit cards responsibly can help build your credit score and provide various access to rewards like cashback, travel benefits, and points and miles for purchases. Credit cards also have a bunch of other benefits like fraud protection, warranties, and extra layers of protection in your transactions. The first credit card I ever got was a Discover student card. Super easy to open. I got 1% cash back on everything and 5% back on rotating categories. About a year and a half after I opened that card, I opened my second card, which was the Chase Freedom Flex. Like the Discover It card, this card also had 1% cash back on all purchases and 5% cash back on rotating bonus categories, but this card had a few extra perks like 5% cash back on travel booked through Chase and between like 2 and 20% cash back on select companies. And it gave me a bit of a higher credit limit. And 2 years after I opened that card, I got this card, which is my most recent. It is the Capital One Venture X. It's a travel card, which if you know me, I'm really into travel right now, which is why I got this card. It's the first card I've gotten that has an annual fee, but I totally think it's worth it. I'm obsessed with this card. It comes with so many benefits. And it makes me feel all fancy. It's hard, it's like literally metal. My biggest advice with credit cards is just to always pay it back in full every month. If you don't have that money in your checking account, you should not be putting it on a credit card. We just use credit cards for the perks, like building your credit score and getting cash back on all purchases. Basically everything I buy is at least 1% off, which is something. It adds up for sure. And if I had this credit card in the fall, maybe I would have Taylor Swift tickets right now. To recap, the 5 biggest financial moves you can make to set yourself up for a solid financial future in your late teens and in your 20s, early 30s, whatever. Try your best to not go into student debt, open a Roth IRA, open an individual investment account, open a high yield savings account, and build your credit score. I know some of these might sound intimidating, but I promise they're not as scary as they sound, and they're absolutely worth the 30 minutes that it takes to do it. Look out for your future self. Anyway, I hope you learned something. Let me know if I missed anything or if you have any questions. I've done way too many hours of research on everything that I've talked about, so I actually know how to answer any questions if you have them. I'm Hannah. You better subscribe, please. Okay, I will see you so soon. Bye.